Hi everybody, we're going to do the owl now. I just want to show you what I did for the owl. Same concept as the bears, the Build-A-Bears. This was quite a big piece as far as width-wise. I could even fit her arms in the whole body of the owl. So when I did it, I did the same thing. I cut a piece right here to see how we fit. And actually, we didn't even have to use this piece. I re-sewed it because it was so wide the doll went in. When I decided that I wanted the whole head, I just separated it. The head was a little bit too small to go all around the doll. So what I did, so you can see there's a real doll there. What I did is I took all the stuffing out. I sewed it. I gave it a seam and I zigzagged it. And then I added this ribbon around it. And what that did was, I had done a bun. Oh, and I'm sorry, I also put a ribbon under the neck. I just put a ribbon around the whole opening. And it was great. She had a bun. And all I did was bring it back down and tie it in a bow. Fix the head. And it ends up looking quite nice because it shapes the bun on the back. And it tightens all around. You fix it and then you have this sort of, right now it's loose, this U. You see the top? This this U opening, and it brings back and it tightens up the owl head on her. I did for that because the head was a little too small. I did have to open it all the way. It was sewn like this all the way just before the seam, before this and that seam met. So that was it on that one. Of course, I kept all the eyes intact, everything. The back, so easy. This was one of the easiest ones because it was so wide. All I did was, again, sew it. And then I zigzagged it all around. And then I went ahead and sewed the same ribbon around her. But in this case, I left an opening back here so that I could tie it, as you can see. And I like it because the ribbon, I left it really long so that I could have this effect. The legs, the feet. This was probably the hardest part. The feet were pretty close to fitting. They had this little edge back here that I was able to bring up above the doll. What I did was I grabbed this ribbon from the bottom and first of all, I sewed it in the back center. From the back center, I split the ribbon in half and I started at the back center. I sewed it all along the edge of the little foot. Sorry, the little doll's going over. I sewed a piece of ribbon all around the edge of the little foot. And then all I did was bring it around, tie a knot, and then just take it in the crosses. But they kept falling down. We all know how that is. Well, I decided to use double-sided tape. And I tried it and I checked it. And yes, this has been on for a few days, just so you know. I took it all the way up and I knotted it up here and just put it under her little thing. And just if you're wondering if double-sided tape comes off, this has been on for quite a few days. It comes off real easily. So I really like that about that. I didn't use it on too many things, but a couple of things I did. And there is our owl. Okay. the next one we're gonna do is Moo Cow. Moo Cow was the second one I did. She was extremely easy, long arms, long feet, but not too long. It just didn't go all the way down there. And because she was a cow, I did leave a little stuffing. Again, I took some ribbon and I measured it, and I went ahead and started the center at the back here so that I could just wrap it around. Again, I sewed everything that had been opened or seamed apart. Her head was a little different because of the cow. What I did is I put this elastic band at the bottom, and this is the same band from the skirt. This is one of the skirts I got. And on that band, for it to work, I brought it up and then I put Velcro up here. Now, I was very undecided because there was two eyes here, and she had the eyes, and then the nose was right. The pink nose, it was just too big. So I had left the eyes on. She looked very cute, and I said, you know what? I don't know if you all have ever seen the Titans, or even the Teen Titans, anything like that, and have ever seen the show about the little girl Raven and her father, and he's Trigon, and they have four eyes, and it just looked kind of weird. So I decided that no, I was going to take off to the point of the eyes, and I saved them. And I lifted up, and I sewed, of course, and that's how I started shaping. I shaped the head first, and then I looked how it felt around, and okay, I needed to do the hair up here. So that did matter, where the headpiece went. So other than that, I sewed again, right at the edge. This was the collar. That one went high. I sewed it, just to seam it, and then I zigzagged it. I just didn't want everything all over the place. And then I sewed this piece of sparkly ribbon around her neck, just to have it on there. The back was pretty simple. All I did is cut it down to as far as I could go, just to make it easy for the kids and to also help me to ensure. Why did I put a full? I wanted to make sure that this closure went on correctly and tight enough. I did not have to, but I wanted to. I wanted it to last. And there you see the costume, because it wasn't long enough to fit the whole doll. So there you have that part. Now the skirt, this was one of the little Hello Kitty skirts I bought at Goodwill. Same thing I did with the other one. Cut it. I measured it for her first. I cut it, and then I decided what I wanted to do. I wasn't sure if I just wanted the silver part. I wasn't sure if I wanted just the black and the black. I decided to just have the whole thing. I put it on her. Perfect. And then on her, I did decide to do a little opening for her little tail. It was a little high. So that is our Moo Cow. I'll be back with the other two.